I'm Brad Woodford, and I've just secured my first management job for a stud farm in Central Hawke's Bay. But before that, I was here on this farm Newstead for 3 years as stock manager, and I was at Partoga Station before that. As a matter of fact, we applied for 4 managers' jobs, and 3 of them were for Rural Directions. Actually, we applied for 4 and got offered 3, and the 3 that we got offered were all from Rural Directions. And the one we didn't get offered, we didn't hear for about 2 months, and they just said, "Oh no, sorry," and that was all we heard from them. So we appreciated the rapid communication we had with Rural Directions, and they kept us in the light the whole time, what was going on. And yeah, and the interview was facilitated with Butch or Brent Patterson, and he was there, and the gentleman who was looking for a manager, he was there, and I was at the farm, and yeah, and then we heard back from Rural Directions the very next day. Like I say, we turned away a couple of jobs, and there was no sort of frustration pointed towards us. It was always, everyone was always happy, and help more than happy to. They didn't push us into a job just because they had it open. If we didn't like it, they showed us another one, and they knew that we were looking for managers' jobs. They knew we were looking for it to be in sheep, and so sometimes in those situations people try and slide you a crafty one, but no, Rural Directions never did. We always offered a manager's job, always offered a sheep job, and from the first job onwards, always one with an adequate house for our baby. Yeah, one good thing about Rural Directions is that they have a follow-up policy to make sure that everyone is still happy with how things have arranged. So that's really encouraging that it doesn't just end at when you sign a contract, but they stay with you and with your employer also to make sure that what they've done is joined appropriate parties and everyone's still happy. I'd definitely encourage others to take a job for Rural Directions. It's a really easy process, and I think they'll be quite pleasantly surprised.